Well, Black and White Network, we have a story here from the youngest member of the Cuomo crime family, Chris Cuomo, formerly of CNN. We know that he was fired, man. We know what his crimes were. This man was corrupt behind the scenes, helping his brother, trying to cover up his brother's tracks. And he was fired for, how can I actually say it? Journalism integrity or lack thereof. Man, everybody at CNN is completely corrupt. And there was a story that came out a few months ago talking about how Chris Cuomo was going to get like a $9 million payout to remain silent on some other things that were going on at CNN. CNN is a dumpster fire. They're fake news. All they do is lie all the time. But now Chris Cuomo, he doesn't want $9 million, man. This man is throwing the hammer at CNN. Check it out here, guys, on the New York Post. Fired Chris Cuomo demands $125 million from CNN. Claims journalistic integrity was smeared. Now, guys, Chris Cuomo did it to himself. I'm not defending CNN. I mean, most of the people there are horrific, terrible. And Chris Cuomo, he's a liar. This is a man that probably faked having the virus, and he was out there running around. He had an incident where he had a run-in with a guy. Chris Cuomo is a fraud, and his brother, the ringleader of the Cuomo crime family, should be in jail. But let's read this, guys. Fired CNN anchor Chris Cuomo has filed an arbitration claim seeking a staggering $125 million from CNN, claiming his journalistic integrity was unjustifiably smeared, the Post has confirmed. Lawyers for the disgraced newsman argued that Cuomo has been damaged in countless ways by being unceremoniously fired late last year. The filing states that the amount former Governor Andrew Cuomo's brother is demanding is based on lost back pay, bonuses, and future earnings, but mostly because Cuomo was disparaged by former boss Jeff Zucker and fellow CNN anchors. And Jeff Zucker is no longer there because this man's corrupt too. Engaging in inappropriate behavior with a colleague. Go figure. Chris was fired for helping his brother fight sexual harassment allegations, which led to the governor's rapid fall from grace and his eventual resignation. Zucker and lover Allison Golus, I think I'm pronouncing that correct, were also fired by CNN when it was revealed that they were in an undisclosed relationship while also having had their own close ties to Andrew Cuomo. You see, guys, this is so funny. It all goes back to Andrew Cuomo, the ringleader of the Cuomo crime family. And everybody at CNN that has been associated with this man seems to have been fired. Funny how they work. See, we know that Andrew Cuomo definitely deserves to be under a prison, lied about COVID deaths. Did a video the other day how Andrew Cuomo and his government were manipulating the numbers on COVID deaths. They were trying to make it seem like New York was doing so much better than the rest of the country. They undercounted at least 4,100 deaths, probably more. Cuomo's attorney, Brian Freeman, told the Post in a statement, "It should by now be obvious to everyone that Chris Cuomo did not lie to CNN about helping his brother. In fact, as the limited information released from Warner Brothers investigation makes clear, CNN's highest level executives not only knew about Chris's involvement in helping his brother, but also actively assisted the governor, both through Chris and directly themselves." Man, what complete corruption. Do I actually believe that CNN's high level executives knew what was going on? Probably so. Probably so, because CNN, they weren't out there smearing Andrew Cuomo at all. They weren't. But I do find it interesting, though, that Chris Cuomo, when I was demanding $125 million, he was wrong. CNN was wrong. They were all completely corrupt. Referencing reports that Zucker and Golus advised then Governor Cuomo about how to handle his infamous COVID daily briefings, Freeman continued. As CNN has admitted, network standards were changed in a calculated decision to boost ratings. When those practices were called into question, Chris was made the scapegoat. The legal action filed today makes clear that CNN wrongfully terminated Chris and further violated the express terms of his employment agreement by allowing its employees to disparage him. Chris is owed a full apology from those responsible. The thing is, though, the people that are quote unquote responsible all corrupt too. You already got rid of Jeff Zucker. I'm pretty sure he knew what was going on. He's out of there. So this is funny. The demand for arbitration filed Wednesday states, as a result of Turner's indefensible choice to unceremoniously fire him, Cuomo has been damaged in countless ways. Cuomo has had his journalistic integrity unjustifiably smeared, making it difficult, if not impossible, for Cuomo to find similar work in the future and damaging him in amounts exceeding $125 million, which includes not only the remaining salary owed under the agreement, but future wages lost as a result of CNN's efforts to destroy his reputation in violation of the agreement, the court document said. The filing adds, Cuomo now seeks to recover the full measure of his damages against Turner and CNN. That $125 million breaks down into about $18 million for earnings and bonus allegedly owed to Cuomo on his CNN contract and anything he would have made in the future. So only a portion of this $18 million it would actually be from bonuses and earnings that he's actually owed. But they're talking about like future earnings with $125 million. So roughly $8 million or so is something that technically is not his contract. I don't know. The sources say there are consequential damages of around $100 million because Cuomo has a non-disparagement clause in his contract, which was not honored when he was terminated effectively immediately on December 4th after claims of sexual misconduct were made against the already suspended host. Yeah, that was the final straw right there. So they're saying that non-disparagement clause is really like $100 million of that. One source said Chris has a clause in his contract which states that CNN and Warner Media has to instruct their employees not to disparage him even upon termination. Quote, but Zucker came out and said Chris was a liar and he didn't tell us everything he did for his brother. Then all those anchors started hammering Chris both on air and behind the scenes. The truth is that even if CNN had grounds to fire him, which Chris believes they didn't, even if he loses the wrongful termination action, he will win on breach of contract based on the non-disparagement agreement, and the damages for that will be astronomical. Wow. So there you have it, guys. CNN is so funny, man. So funny. The woke will eat the woke. The left will eat each other alive. Cuomo fell. Zucker fell. CNN's ratings on the trash. And when Cuomo was fired, they threw him under the bus. They're like, man, this dude's a bad guy. We already know he's a bad guy anyway. But that was coming from other people that are bad guys also at CNN. Think about that. This is hilarious, guys. This is really, really hilarious. Chris Cuomo wants $125 million from CNN. Will he actually get this money? I'm not really sure. I'm really not sure, man. But I just find it so funny that the left is eating each other alive. And I'm enjoying every minute of this because we all knew that CNN was completely corrupt. They are a garbage tier network that lies and lies and lies about everything. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, Chris Cuomo wants $125 million large from the Communist News Network, his former employer, who fired him. Oh boy, the fallout from this just keeps getting more interesting day after day. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.